Yeah, there has been big organizations that contacted us, but my whole thing is I want to gain as much experience as possible in the regional scene, fighting the best guys there is here.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Lights out 12, man. Main event, bantamweight title. How do you feel about the position you are in right now? Only 2.5 years as a professional.
I gotta say I'm happy about it where I'm at so far. 2.5 years, and then about to have my 10th fight, and another title fight against a super tough opponent. So pretty excited about that.
I'm pretty sure you had a vision when you started out as a professional of where you want to be. Any surprises in the last 2 years?
This was like since a kid, I kind of had this dream of becoming a UFC champion, and just the older I got, the more it made sense to me. And going from the amateur leagues to the pro leagues, and like I said it to myself, I want to have 4 fights a year, and we're doing that. So it's pretty nice to see it all coming out.
Do you feel like the the confidence grows every year, the belief in yourself grows every year with every fight?
For sure, yeah. Every fight, every camp, that's when I really gain confidence throughout my camps, throughout the tough training, going through it all, knowing that I'm doing a lot more than other people are, putting 8, 9 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, and my confidence grows every time from that. But of course, winning the fights and showing up and putting on a performance is also where I gain my confidence.
Ricky Bandejas, when they offered that name, what was your reaction to that?
So we got that name offered before, but I didn't have enough experience, wasn't ready for it. But now that I have 9 fights under my belt, I feel like this is a perfect fight. It's a great step up to show really where I'm at, and perfect guy to fight. Tough guy. He's literally fought the best in the world, so it's a great matchup.
Skill wise, what does he bring to the table?
He's tough everywhere, well rounded, good striker, good grappler. He has grit, and that's the opponent I feel like is perfect for us. I want that tough opponent. I want that person who won't give up, who won't quit. It's gonna really show where I'm at.
Definitely, and Bandejas, he was a contender for Bellator for quite a bit of time. He fought, like you said, he fought some of the best in the world. What do you think makes him dangerous?
Him having experience, he obviously has seen a lot. So his fight IQ, his timing, his shots, all that is what makes him dangerous.
Do you put this fight on a pedestal? Do you feel like this is like your first? I don't want to say real test because every fight is a test, but like, do you feel a different way about this one coming up?
For sure, they all feel the same to be honest, from amateur to the pro leagues. But what is different about this one, it's pretty much like a UFC or a Bellator fight, just not in that organization, still in the regional scene, and that's exactly what I wanted. A tough fight like this, still in the regional scene where we're not in the UFC yet. So yeah, I look at this like it's a UFC fight.
So training camp for this, it's 100% at Warrior Way.
Yep, 100% Warrior Way.
All right. So nothing has really changed in your approach for the last two and a half
No,
years then.
no,
Okay.
no. I've been here my whole life, 13 years here. I have a real strong connection with all my coaches and my teammates, and feel like that's what makes me different than all these other fighters. All these other fighters are jumping from gym to gym, camp to camp, can't really find themselves to settle at a place. But I've been here my whole life, and these guys are like my family here, and they literally grew me since a little kid.
Throughout the years, there must have been some changes you've made within the team, you know what I mean? Some different types of methods that you guys used. Has anything been really super beneficial to you?
The thing that, yeah, actually, my coaches, they're actually always evolving and getting better and growing with the game. They're not just staying at the same level. They're just always learning, and obviously, when they learn, they teach me, and I learn. So we're just growing together.
Last year, what'd you think about that year? As in growth as a mixed martial artist. Winning is always great, but you got to grow to beat the best in the world.
For sure, yeah. So from 2021 to 2022, it was definitely a big step up in competition. 2021, I was fighting guys with like 5 fights or less, and that was a perfect way to grow out my pro career. But then in 2022, that's when I really started to step up and fight those tough people. For 6-1, 8-1, 9-3, and just this past guy also. And those guys were
Mhm.
all tough, all had experience, all had a great amateur career and great pro career. So I feel like I grew a lot from just that 2021 to 2022, and now moving into this year even more.
Arion Zethke, that name sticks out to me the most, from that year. Was that, do you feel like that was kind of like your first breakout performance there?
Yeah, for sure. He was a 10-0 amateur, 6-1 pro. He had a lot of hype behind him. He was finishing all these guys, and they offered us the fight on a few weeks' notice, and I was ready to go. So we accepted the fight, fought him, and I got a second round choke. So that was a big one for me.
And how does it feel to have the hype now? Like you have the hype, like there's articles being written about you.
Yeah, it's cool and all, but I make sure that none of that gets to my head. I'm just straightforward, training every day. I don't really even try to think about that stuff. I just do what got me here and continue to do it every day.
Yeah, it's, I guess as you move along with your career, that stuff you'll eventually have to, confront, right? Like all the hype
Yep.
and being in
Yeah.
front of the crowds and stuff like that. So it seems like you have a very like uh, tight knit team over there. I mean, I think that's going to be so beneficial as you move forward to the bigger organizations. How do you see yourself, man? How do you envision yourself defending this title successfully?
Yeah, I see myself grinding him out, taking him into those deep rounds, those third, fourth, fifth round. That's really when I feel like I'm at my best, when those deep waters come in. I see myself just drowning him and finishing him in the fourth or fifth.
All right. So you want him to display the toughness that you were talking about earlier, so you could battle it.
Yes, exactly. I want him to bring whatever he has to the table, so I have to bring my best as well and get the finish.
Have you been offered by big organizations already? Have you? Like, I would figure that the way that you've been winning and how you're undefeated. I mean, it's just a huge sign to just pick up you as a prospect. Has there been discussions before?
Yeah, there has been big organizations that contacted us, but my whole thing is I want to gain as much experience as possible in the regional scene, fighting the best guys there is here. So that way, when I do sign with a major organization, I've seen it all already, and I'm ready to climb to the top.
So by the end of the year, do you see yourself with a big organization, or are you just taking this fight, and the next one and the next one? It's not a concern right now.
Correct, yeah. So I'm only 21 right now. I have a lot of time. I just want to gain as much as experience. But right now, all that's on my mind right now is June 24th.
Sounds good, man. Hey, June 24th, like you said, Lights Out Championship 12 main event bantamweight title. It's gonna be a good matchup, man. Like it's one that sticks out, when they're reading off cards, right, coming up soon. So thank you so much, Austin, for the time, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.